This week on Water Wednesdays, some good news for those of you residents living in parts of Christchurch and St. Philip affected by water outages over the past few days. We've been talking about late last week and early into this week. The problem has been fixed, but it all originated here at Fairview Christchurch in this area. Now this is a gully, and just behind me there was a burst on a 16-inch main. Now over the last 24 hours, crews from the Barbados Water Authority worked around the clock. They got the burst fixed. Let me take you back to that point in time on Monday when it all happened, when I was talking to the Minister of Energy and Water Resources, Wilfred Abrahams, about the problem and getting the job done.
We had some serious issues over the last weekend. We had a problem at the Hampton pumping station, which took out some of our pumping capacity. And even when we got that back up to normal, we then had a major burst in Pilgrim Road that stopped the system from recharging properly. When we got that burst fixed, we figured everything should be up and the system should be fully recharged in about 24 hours. But within 24 hours, you're still getting reports of water trickling. The pressure was not there, water was coming on and off. And we knew there had to be something else. Because if a system is supposed to work a certain way when everything is in order, and for all intents and purposes, everything that we knew about was addressed, then the fact that the customers were still getting a disrupted service and the water system was not returning to normal meant something else was up that we did not know about. So the leak detection team and the workers from the Barbados Water Authority went out in full force today trying to find what the issue was, because there had to be some issue we didn't know. And they found this massive burst out behind there. Out there looks like a swamp. It looks like a massive, massive swamp, and it extends very far away. So there's a major burst at the bottom of that. But the difficulty for us is that we don't even know where the burst is and how extensive it is, because we have to pump the water off first. But we're also very aware that people would have had a disrupted service since Thursday night. So we can't just shut off the water and fix it. We have to give people sufficient time to get home, catch what water they can before we shut down. And we're going to have to shut down some of the capacity from Hampton, because we can't fix that burst if we're pumping off the water and water is still coming through the same main that's burst, because we'll be wasting time. But I'm happy that the Barbados Water Authority crews have found it, because it was a major concern for us. It is a major burst. We are utilizing all our resources to get this here dealt with. Every available resource is being put on this, including some contributions from the private sector. Right. The crews are going to work 24/7 until this is fixed and we get some normalcy back.
We did some clearing earlier, but the area is so waterlogged, the excavator is sinking, so we had to bring him back out of the water. We have engaged, I think there are like 3 pumps now pumping off the water from the western side. So once that level goes down a bit, we will allow him to go back in. But in the interim, before the light fades, what we're doing is trying to increase the pressure on the line by closing a valve downstream to see then where the water will come up in the location. So we're trying to do that before the light fades, which will make it easier for us to get to the source of the problem.
We're actually proud of the fact that our guys were able to get to the bottom of this, and for all intents and purposes, in a relatively quick space of time, because this is not something that you will find very easily. Normally this is something that would take weeks. So the guys had to walk the lines literally with the equipment, all of the lines, to try and locate what could possibly happen, and that's how they were able to discover this. So we're making progress, we're moving forward, and as GM I stand proud, because it has been a long road to get here. So notwithstanding the fact that we have age lines, notwithstanding the fact that there are a number of other issues that we just have to work through as per any normal operation of hosted event, I am pretty proud of where we are right now.
And that's it for this edition of Water Wednesdays. To view this or a previous episode again, please visit our website www.barbadoswaterauthority.com. You can go to our Facebook page for additional information or to put your complaints there, or just type Water Wednesdays in YouTube. You can find us there.